You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Hello and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand, with myself, AGT, again from the rooftop in Liverpool city centre. What a beautiful place this is to be, especially after winning the derby on Monday night. Not many places better than this, I tell you. Right, before I head down to London for DR Sports duty, make sure that you are liking this video, commenting on this video with your thoughts, and subscribing to the Kop TV if you haven't already. Like I said, close to 30,000. Let's try and get there before, well, just soon as possible. And then, of course, join the Discord as well if you haven't already. The chat continues. Right, three things I want to talk about today. First of all, a couple of apologies. Right, the first one is from UEFA to Liverpool fans. Now, this one is 8 months too late. I spoke about this in some detail on Sky Sports News yesterday, and I'm getting this article up now, which basically confirms what was said in that apology statement from UEFA, which again was an absolute disgrace that it's even got to this stage. Shades of Hillsborough, and it's just a horrible situation. But this is what they've said, and again, as I said, 8 months too late, this one, guys. But UEFA bears primary responsibility for the Champions League final. The match in Paris last May was delayed by 37 minutes, as we know, and saw supporters, both young and old, pepper sprayed and tear gassed by police as they tried to enter the stadium. Also, the president of France, or the UEFA president, I don't know who it is at this stage, said there was 40,000 fake tickets. Another wrong claim from that helmet. The report was ordered by UEFA's leadership to uncover what went wrong even within their own organisation. French police faced criticism as well in the independent report for firing tear gas and pepper spray indiscriminately on concourses near turnstiles against Liverpool fans. Now, as we know, this almost did lead to a disaster. The fact that how dare they try and use previous disasters to try and paint Liverpool fans in a bad light. We already know that the Hillsborough disaster, how dare you even bring it up, UEFA, as well, in the initial blaming of the Liverpool fans. We all know that that wasn't even Liverpool's fault in the end, as we all know, right? It was the police that have, again, that came out last week, that they've had to take responsibility for that. So it's an absolute disgrace that they even tried to go down that road of blaming something on Liverpool fans that wasn't even their fault, and using a tragedy like Hillsborough to further push the blame onto the Liverpool fans, which is absolutely disgusting. In my opinion, UEFA aren't fit to host a five-a-side game, let alone a Champions League final, especially in a stadium that is known for this kind of thing. The bad organisation, the over-violent police that were used on the night. It's disgusting. It also says that the French Football Federation does have to bear responsibility because of their roles ensuring public safety, which of course wasn't there in the slightest. It was called a near-miss event in the review, referencing an event that almost turned into a mass fatality catastrophe. The lack of a plan B is also said to have been uncovered. Contingencies that could have seen stewards and police redeployed to deal with crowd management challenges. Obviously, we know there was a massive bottleneck when Liverpool supporters were funneled in to a narrow gap, and tear gas was fired into an area containing thousands of Liverpool fans. The report says, and we'll move on after this, the dangerous conditions on the concourse outside the turnstiles were compounded by the police deploying tear gas at disorderly groups of locals, as well as using pepper spray on supporters trying to gain entrance with valid tickets. This is the main thing to point out. A lot of these claims that there was 40,000 fake tickets are totally untrue, as now and those have been now uncovered. But there was only around 1,000 unvalid tickets at the time it eventually came about. Flawed and objectively untrue accounts by UEFA Events SA CEO Martin Callan were criticised by the panel, which said evidence he presented to the French Senate was completely misleading view of what we knew of safety problems at its previous event at Stade de France. This is unacceptable. And listen, there was no serious injuries that happened, which I can't get my head around. I was so lucky not to have happened. But and obviously the final was supposed to be in Russia, but then got moved to Paris. So before the final. So they have, in my opinion, completely disgraced themselves by even coming out to apologise, which makes us know that they were wrong in the first place. They tried to use Hillsborough to blame the fans in the first place. Disgraceful, disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Speaking of apologies, let's move on to Pep Guardiola now. We saw him have a little dig, a massive dig at Steven Gerrard, saying, and he believes that Liverpool and every club in the Premier League apart from Manchester City have been aiming to get Manchester City fined, etc, etc. So his kind of rattled response was to say, it's not my fault Steven Gerrard slipped at Anfield against Chelsea in 2014. First of all, you weren't even the manager then, so you've got no right to talk about something that happened before you came into the Premier League. Second of all, it's just so evident that you've been rattled. And again, the C potentially stands for cheating here, because allegedly Man City are under the microscope in terms, well, they are under the microscope in terms of breaking 115 plus breaches of financial fair play. But how dare you even bring Steven Gerrard's name into this equation? And the apology as well. I do believe it was a heartfelt apology. I do believe he didn't mean to necessarily say that. It was a bit of a flippant comment. But when you disrespect someone like that who's done so much for football in this country, obviously the United fans are going to love it, aren't they? They're saying, go on Pep, my manager. But really and truly, he's let himself down massively there by not needing to even go at anyone. But he's somehow picked out Steven Gerrard's name. He's saying he's ashamed. He's saying he's himself down. He's saying there were stupid comments. Totally agree. So in some ways you have to give a little bit of respect to him for coming out and actually, you know, saying how wrong he was Pep Guardiola. Let us know in the comments what you think to UEFA's response, disgraceful, disgusting, and also Pep Guardiola's apology to Steven Gerrard. Another quick update for you on the ownership issue. We know last week I mentioned Alex Miller claimed that QIA were meeting in Liverpool with Liverpool officials last week. He now says, and this is, guys, this is an hour ago, and I quote, QIA have moved on from Liverpool to Manchester United as they couldn't negotiate a majority share with FSG. There are at least 2 Qatar-based parties interested in United. Unclear whether there remains any possible route back to Liverpool for QIA. He says a full sale of LFC is unlikely. Sources close to the situation maintain that QIA are not, and I repeat, not willing to invest close to $2 billion for a minority share in Liverpool Football Club. This is the sports finance journalist from the Mail on Sunday, the Mirror and the Sunday Mirror, and the Daily Telegraph is Alex Miller. So make of that what you will. We still need an update in terms of what's going to happen with the ownership. Is it a minority? Is it a majority? We still don't know. And as we go into playing against a team on Saturday that look to have their ownership fully sorted out in Newcastle, we will be doing a big preview for that, by the way. We're still unclear about what's going to happen with Liverpool going forward. So guys, let me know your comments around UEFA, Pep and the ownership. It's delaying. It's making us all wait. But hey ho, that is what it is. We're still buzzing after the massive result on Monday against Everton. But until the next video, make sure you like this one, comment as well, and make sure you subscribe to the Kop TV. Take care.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.